Hey everybody, Manal here with my week 10, no, I think week 11 post vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. That's a gastric sleeve or the VSG surgery I had back on September 15th, 2016 out in Huntington Beach, California. Yes, so I really did not want to make this video, and I tried to make it once before and it just came out so like bleh. And I was like, I cannot put that out into the universe. Too many negative vibes. So I'm back here trying it again, holding myself accountable for a very bad performance week, to say the least. So alas, here I am. So for my stats, my highest weight was 260. It was about 2 weeks before surgery. Surgery day weight 254. Last week I was 221.4, I believe. And this week I had a gain. It was 222.8. And to be honest with you, that was yesterday, Thursday, which is my usual weighing day. And then this morning I was 223.2, which is like, an additional gain to that. So, yeah. So, like I said, I really did not want to make this video because I just couldn't face it, I guess. I was so upset with myself. I was really disappointed. So there's a lot of reasons I know that this happened. I don't know. I feel like I fell off the wagon or something. It feels literally like I was addicted to something and I just fell off the wagon. I don't know how else to put it. So I mentioned in my last video that I was working on my thesis for my master's, and I had been thrown kind of a curveball by my advisor at the last second, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I had a really, really, really stressful week. I was sitting for, 10 hours a day. I was at the library, whatever. And I was sleep deprived, and I just made such terrible choices. Like I felt like I was, back in the olden days where I would let myself get really hungry because I didn't eat in an organized fashion, and then I would become like ravenously hungry and just eat super fast. And when you're that hungry and when you're tired, you just, or at least in my case, I eat whatever, and I have like no discretion in what I'm eating. I ate bad food. I had like chocolate. I had too much coffee. I had almost no water every day. I had a regular slice of pizza. I had a whole slice of pizza, which I can't even believe that I had the courage to eat something like that, because before I would have been so scared, but now as I'm like finding out that I can tolerate certain things, I'm not using the discretion that I should, and it's just scaring the shit out of me. I'm like, what is going on? And So yeah, I was just really feeling very down today about it, and the worst part is today is actually my birthday. Today is my 31st birthday, so I really should have been a little bit more like, in a celebratory mood. But I was just physically feeling really yucky. I don't know how to tell you otherwise. And then in addition to that, this week, like without getting into it too much, like I've been in kind of a very complicated relationship with somebody for a long time, and we had a series of like very bad arguments for a couple of days, and like the kind of arguments where you're just like, you know, in bed because you just feel so crappy. And so the compound of that emotional distress and the stress I had with school, I just was like not in a good headspace. Like mentally, physically, I was just not in a good space, and it really manifested in the way that I treated my body, and I treated it very poorly. And so it was really upsetting to me. And, you know, being that it's my birthday today, you kind of, think about certain choices. And so my last year, when I turned 30, and everyone always talks about turning 30, it's like this big thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people get upset. I was actually really happy to turn 30. It was a year, like it was a day that came with a lot of clarity, like without sounding too cliche. And I had made the decision that day that I wanted to start saying yes to a lot of things in my life. And And having my surgery was part of those things that I decided to say yes to, like, embracing change and, having less fear and whatever. And so I feel like I made so much progress this year, and I don't want that to, like, go through down the drain. Um, and to kind of realize that I'm almost going to call it like sobriety, like my food sobriety, like almost to feel that my sobriety and eating is so like delicate is what freaked me out. I'm like, it's after everything I went through in the last 3 months, to have like a stressful week and to have the impact of my emotional state be so, profound. It just like, I don't know, it just really upset me today. And so yeah, so I'm not gonna make a video and come and wallow. I want to really use it as momentum to improve my behavior next week, get back on track, um, just drink so much friggin' water. Because I'm almost wondering if, like, part of the reason I gained weight is because I didn't drink at all. And I noticed in the past that when I don't drink enough, I retain more water. So I'm like, I don't know what it is. But I need to stop with the chocolate, stop with the junk. The discovery that I can eat junky food like slowly, it was terrible. Like, I don't want to know that I can do that. But in any case, so I have a renewed spirit for the next year. This last year was about making the right choices and saying yes. And this year is going to be about really convincing myself that I'm not only can I say yes, but I'm worthy of those choices. And I think that, I have a bad history of self sabotage with a lot of things. Like, you don't take yourself seriously enough to feel like, those things are part of the reason you don't say yes in the first place is because it's like you feel you don't deserve it, or you feel like you're not good enough, or that if you did it, you'd be an imposter, you know? And I don't feel like that. I made the decision, for example, for surgery, and I did it, and here I am, almost, 40 pounds down, and, I should embrace that and I should enjoy it and I should treat it with respect because I deserve that, you know? And so, yeah, I want to carry that energy into my 31st year of life. Um, Anyways, I will keep it short and sweet for you guys this week. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will catch up with you next week, hopefully, with some much better news. No more gains, hopefully. All right, bye, guys.